Alright, welcome back everyone for another video and another month. For those of you guys who are not following my Instagram account, go ahead and go into the description below and check out my Instagram account, because in there I have posted an event calendar which will tell you every single video that I'm going to be posting for the month of June. However, don't do it until after this video. I had actually posted up the event calendar already, but unfortunately because of this video, I'm going to have to actually pull it and redo it and then upload it again. And the main reason why I'm doing that is because according to the event calendar, I'm supposed to be doing Genesis 30. However, I am not doing Genesis 30, obviously, as you guys can tell from the title. I am going to be doing Psalms 4 today, and I probably will be doing Psalms again next week. No, I will make sure I get Genesis 30 done next week. But the point is, the reason why I'm doing Psalms today instead of Genesis is because my kid's been sick for the last couple of days, at least almost going on a week now. He's had a fever, he's had a cough, he's been home from school, he's really not been feeling good, he's been really not feeling good. And because of that, I have not been really having the mental capability of sitting and reading just a block of text and doing notes on it. My mind has just not really been able to focus that long onto that much text, that much writing. So while I have read all of Genesis I've read all of Genesis already. I've already finished the entire book reading wise, but I don't have all the notes done for Genesis 30. I have it down to like verse 24, something like that, just before Jacob says that Jacob tells his uncle or whatever that relative that he is wanting to leave, his prosperity and leaving. I got to that point, but that's taken me like 2 days to get it done, because like I said, my kid's been sick. I've been really worried about him. I've been trying to bring down his fever, so I have not really had the time to just sit and do all of Genesis 30. So instead, I've been doing Psalms. Now, Psalms, for the most part, their chapters are pretty short, especially like the ones I've been doing last couple of days. I did Psalms 4, and there's only 8 verses. And the simplicity of it, the actual, the notes of it is pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's why I'm doing Psalms. Like I said, Psalms 5 is also, there's only like 12 verses in that one. Psalm 6, which I'm currently working on right now, only has 10 verses in it, so it's a little easier for me to focus on the shorter chapters right now with my kid being sick and not having to spend like 2 hours taking notes and trying to rearrange a page in an additional page for Genesis, because right now I'm currently working on, like, that's the Genesis 30. I have 2 more sticky notes I got to put onto this as well, and I still got to rearrange it and actually make it fit correctly and then glue the page in. So that's the reason why I'm doing Psalms 4 today. I already have Psalms 1, 2, and 3 posted up, so if you guys want to go take a look at those, go into the description below, or wait to the end of the video and you can see the playlist and just go to Psalms 4 and the Psalms playlist and just catch up on all those. Most of my Psalms videos are pretty short, because like I said, all the verses, all the chapters so far have been pretty short, pretty straightforward. Nothing too complicated yet, but I'm pretty sure later on in the book itself, the verses and the chapter might get a little more complicated. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into Psalms 4. Let's go ahead and read it, and then I'll go ahead and go over to the notes. For those of you guys who have not seen my video previously, I am reading from the ESV version. So if you guys are reading from my New King James, NIV, King James itself, you guys' wording and sounding might be a little different than mine, but it's pretty much the same thing. Alright, so let's go get to it. Alright, it says, Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. O man, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us some good? Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. And that is chapter 4. Alright, so let's go ahead and just mull over the notes itself. It's pretty straightforward, but I did add a little bit of extra notes to it. So just give me some side notes. Alright, so the first part is that obviously, as you can see here, just straight off in the bat, in the very beginning, it says, answer me when I call. You can hear, I know you're just reading it, but you can literally hear the passion in his voice, because not only there's an exclamation mark at the end of it, it's just the way the wording is, answer me when I call. Okay, and then he's calling. So if you give him relief, be gracious to hear my prayer. So not only is he asking God to hear his prayer, he is basically calling upon God to give him relief in the distressing part. Okay, it says, and then he goes on to asking valid questions. These are valid questions in my opinion. It's like, oh man, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? So like I said, those two questions alone are pretty valid. Okay, and he's quite literally just asking God for answers. He's trying to figure out how long these ungodly people are going to love these obscene words and go after these lies that are not actually truths. Okay. It goes on to saying, but know the Lord has apart the godly from himself. So literally he's basically saying the godly are set apart for God. Okay. And then the God hears when I call him. He's literally saying that God will hear him. The ungodly obviously are going to not hear God, and they're going to get what comes to them, and then the godly will be able to hear God's voice. So no matter what, he's basically trying to say that God will always hear you. And then the next two verses are specifically him talking to himself, in a sense, where he says, be angry and do not sin. With the ungodliness that's on around him, he has every reason to be angry, but at the point too, he's also trying to tell him, say, hey, while yes, I have a right to be angry, do not sin at the same time as well. Okay, and then when he says, ponder in your own I cannot talk today. Ponder in your own heart in your bed, and be silent. He's basically talking about a biblical practice of, and he's trying to say, to offer the right sacrifices, while the value of religious things are important, he's also trying to say put your trust in the Lord, so that putting your trust in the Lord is most important. So offer sacrifice. Offer right sacrifices does not triumph over the trust in God. Okay. There are many who say, and he's literally saying the many who say, that is the voice of the ungodly cynics, okay, who will show us some good. Lift upon the light of your face upon us, O Lord, and that's basically him saying trust in the Lord. David's way of saying trust in the Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they when their grain and wine abound. So he's literally saying God puts gladliness in the heart, and he does so more in the hearts than the ungodly with their happiness of money and incoming, whatever they have coming in. And they're putting the freight of grain and wine, because at that time that's kind of what was important. Nowadays it's money and items, really. Okay. Very last sentence here, or the last 2 sentences, I mean. He says, in peace I will both lie down and sleep. So obviously he's saying, kind of self-explanatory, he can sleep in peace. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. And then obviously safety is he's saying he's safe in his solitude with God. Okay, so like I said, pretty straightforward in this chapter. And luckily for me, I don't have to worry about a reflection, which I was kind of worried about. I really don't want to have to do a reflection. So yes, that is pretty, like I said, pretty straightforward for this chapter. The old man told me he sounds like he's sick. Something caught my attention. Anyways, going on, there's not a whole lot of reflections in Psalms. Anyway, but point is, so that is what I have for Psalms 4. I will have Genesis 30 done by next Monday. I just have that little paragraph I need to get done. And then of course, like I said, I have this Thursday coming up already almost done. And like I said, after this video, I will go ahead and edit the event calendar, and I'll upload that for you guys to see. So if you guys are not following my Instagram account, go and follow my Instagram account, okay? Because that is where you will see my Instagram account, or I mean, obviously it's my Instagram account. That's where you will see my event calendars. You will see my Bible study notes. Cause I'm actually going to take a picture of these notes here in a second, and I'll upload them. That's where you'll be able to see my photography that I'm going to be doing, because I am doing a photography challenge this month. So that's where I'm going to be posting that at. I'm also going to be doing my writing challenge, and I'm also starting a Bible verse challenge starting today. So I'll be posting a lot more lately. So go follow my Instagram account so you guys can stay up to tune with that, and check out some of my other stuff on there as well. Alright, so I'm not going to hold you guys up for too much longer. So if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. Any comments, questions, concerns, put in the comments below. Make sure you hit the bell button to get notifications, subscribe, and don't forget to share this with anyone else you think might be interested in learning about Psalms 4 or in Bible studies in general, and they can find my channel. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.